Hello YouTube! Today I have two things to show you guys. First one is a mock I named Defense of the Wall, and second one is a new tank. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. With that, let's get straight into the video. I will start with the mock itself. Now, in this mock, a couple of American troops tried to defend a wall protecting them from the German offense. And on the other side of the wall is, well, the German forces. Now I split this video into this mock into three parts. First one being the American side, second one being the German side, and third being the tank showcased in this mock. Let's start with the American side. So here are the Americans. First, we have an American foot soldier with an M2 carbine hiding behind the wall, trying to take cover. He was not able to run back to the defense, so he's trying to hide in the bushes. The other two Americans are another American foot soldier, regular, has, I believe, is a Thompson, and then an American commander with a pistol. They were hiding behind a makeshift barricade with a whole bunch of sandbags and just stuff put around. The commander is angry while the foot soldier is quite nervous. Now, as you see in the background, the tank I have now, finally, is the Tiger 131. And I will show you guys all about this tank in a sec. Now, let's move on to the German. There was a lot happening on the German side. So, let's just go through all of it. Moving up the line, there is a German sniper, a German heavy gunner holding an MG42, a regular German foot soldier with some type of weapon. Then, hiding behind the wall is another German foot soldier with what I believe is an STG-44. And then a German commander telling the guys to move up. Now, on this side, there is another German foot soldier and a German mechanic opening up a box of shells. Now, the Germans blew a hole through the wall, as you can see from the various points of rubble and fire, and are trying to push forward up here. They already killed one of the Americans, but do not see the other ones. Now, the attack itself is going up through an incline of hill, which is two bricks tall, so you can get quite a nice hill. And there are many different details here and there. Now, for the main thing, the Tiger 131. The Tiger 131 is probably the most famous tank in the world, and this is because of two reasons. The first reason being that as of right now, it is the only functioning Tiger tank in the world, fully functioning Tiger tank. It is held at the Bovington Tank Museum in England. Now, the other reason is because this was the first Tiger to be captured by the British in working condition and not blown to shreds, because the British were quite scared of this thing. So they would use everything they could to just wipe it out. Now, the Tiger, that they captured, was so famous and spectacular that not only did Churchill himself go to visit it and take a look at the Tiger, but the King of England at that time went to go look at the Tiger. And even today, the Queen of England went to go check out the Tiger, because it is just that much of an icon in both World War II and in tank history. Now, my recreation of it The base is the Tiger 131 set from Kobe, but I changed it a lot. Some in the Fury markup, or not markup, but the Fury modifications they put on it to fit the movie Fury. And also some modifications I've seen in games like Battlefield 5 and also War Thunder. So let's go through some of this. First, starting at the front, it has the famous tiger hull shape, which is the flat part coming out here. That's angled. It's very armored. And then the box-like shape of the rest of the hull. Now, there are a lot of track links on the front here. There are some being held in place by a chain at the bottom, foliage, and then a shovel, as well as more track links that in real life would be welded to the front there. Now, in the front of the turret, there is the indent mark from where the Tiger was hit by I believe it was a Churchill shell that jammed the gun traverse, or the, what do they call it? The turret ring. It jammed the turret ring. So the tank was hit a couple of times, one breaking the turret ring, and then the other, I believe, breaking the engine. So the crew was forced to leave the tank. Now, usually when a Tiger crew had to leave it, they would destroy the tank. But this Tiger crew was apparently in a rush to just get out and leave, so they forgot to destroy the tank, which is why the British captured it. Moving on to the side. On this side, there is the German emblem as well as Tiger 131. There is a chain. I added an MG34 on the top because later modifications of the Tiger would have an MG34 on the top of it for anti-aircraft and anti-personnel capabilities. And then there's just stuff like boxes and then like oils and stuff. On the top, there was just a whole bunch of boxes as well as the pipes that went down. I thought there goes a piece. I thought this was a cool part, a really cool part actually, because it just shows so much detail of the Tiger. Also, the reason that there was all of this is because this was a very early model of the Tiger, or as video games like to call it, just literally the early version. The late version removed all of this stuff and just had regular ventilation on the top. As you can see, there was a lot of damage to the exhaust covers. And I was going to make like one of the exhaust ports actually coming out, but I couldn't find a right way to do it. I may do that in a later video, in a later mark. Now on this side, there is a log. I don't know why that took me so long to try to remember that. And some more tracks. The gun is fairly the same. I replaced the thicker muzzle, if I can grab it right now. So this is the muzzle that came with it. Now, if I can get in the right proportion, you can see the muzzle was really thick. Now, this muzzle would be good if it was a 105 millimeter, or even a 122 millimeter. But they put it on the Tiger, and honestly, I did not like that. I thought it was too thick of a muzzle. So I took the one on the new Tiger 2 and put it on theirs instead, just like it shows on the new Tiger 1 set, the Tiger E variant. I think it looks much better and is much more accurate in how it is shown. The barrel, the muzzle brake proportions are correct on this one. So, yeah. If you're wondering what happened to the Tiger 2 after I removed the muzzle, I just elongated the actual barrel itself and turned it into a 105, like you see on water tanks. What else? So another thing that differentiates the Tiger 131 from other Tiger variants is its smoke discarder launchers on the side of the turret. Um, on all the other Kobe sets, Kobe Tiger sets, there are not smoke launchers. Actually, well, there's one on two of them, and both of them are the Tiger E's. First one was an old Tiger E, and the second one is the new variant, but like the special edition. Other than that, there's no smoke launchers on the side of them. Nor do you see that on the renditions of them in video games. So that's one way you can differentiate from it. But the main way, excuse me, the main way is because of the pipage in the back. Well, that is about it. Wanted to show you guys this because I love the Tiger. It's just such a cool tank. Now, it is not a... It wasn't even really the fact that it was powerful when it came out, but it wasn't really powerful late war. It wasn't as powerful as people thought it was. But the thing that made it such a scary tank, even today, is the legacy behind the Tiger and how people think of it. It's like a ghost story almost. If you were in World War II and you were a soldier and you saw a Tiger roll up on the battlefield, even if you were in a Sherman 76 that could easily punch through the frontal armor of it, you would freak out because you would have heard from many other troops about how scary this tank is and how just evil and terrifying and just big and deadly. Now, there are some actual deadly aspects to it. It does mount the 88mm, which is just a tank killer in its own right. And at its time when it was produced, it had some of the thickest armor. The Soviets stole that, and then they stored that right for the thickest armor, and then the Germans came out with the Tiger II, and then the Russians came out with the IS series, and then the Germans came out with a Jagdtiger, and then a Maus, and so on. The Germans and the Russians really fought over who had the thickest armor, but it is still a magnificent tank, and I'm really happy with how Kobe made it. Just looks so good. I did have to make a couple of modifications to it, but other than that, it was perfectly fine. Thank you for watching the video. Again, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. With that, have a good day.